In the vast expanse of Australia's wilderness, where ancient secrets lie buried beneath red earth, there exists a tree that has captured the imagination of both scientists and storytellers alike. The dragon blood tree of Australia, with its crimson sap and mysterious origins, stands as a living enigma in the continent's botanical history. When the bark of this remarkable tree is cut or damaged, it weeps. But these are no ordinary tears. The sap that flows is a deep, rich crimson, so red that early European settlers believed they had discovered trees that bled actual blood. This peculiar characteristic earned it the name dragon blood tree, though it shares little relation to its more famous cousin on the distant island of Socotra. For thousands of years before European arrival, Aboriginal peoples held these trees in special regard. According to traditional stories passed down through generations, the blood trees mark sacred sites where the rainbow serpent, a powerful creator being, had rested during the dream time. The red sap was considered to be the very essence of the earth itself, seeping up through these ancient sentinels. But the scientific reality of the blood tree is no less fascinating than its mythology. The tree's unique adaptation produces this blood-like resin as a defense mechanism against insects and fungal infections. The sap contains compounds that have proven to be natural antibiotics, leading to increasing interest from pharmaceutical researchers. In the late 1800s, the first documented European encounters with the blood tree led to a brief but intense period of exploitation. Believing the sap held medicinal properties, which ironically modern science has now confirmed, settlers began harvesting it extensively. Some even believed it was the legendary dragon's blood of medieval European folklore, leading to small quantities being shipped back to England as exotic curiosities. Today, we know that the blood tree's red sap contains unique chemical compounds found nowhere else in nature. These include dracocarimbic acid, named after the tree itself, which has shown promising results in preliminary studies for treating certain types of infection-resistant bacteria. But perhaps the greatest mystery of the blood tree lies in its distribution pattern. These trees appear in isolated groves across specific regions of Australia, with no clear ecological explanation for their placement. Some groves contain trees estimated to be over 500 years old, while others seem to have appeared more recently, defying conventional botanical understanding of their growth patterns. When exposed to air, the blood tree's sap undergoes a fascinating transformation. Within hours, it begins to crystallize, forming deep red, almost black crystals that Aboriginal peoples once used as ceremonial paint and medicine. These crystals, when properly preserved, can maintain their properties for decades. Local legends speak of the trees glowing faintly on moonless nights, though scientists attribute these reports to bioluminescent fungi that sometimes grow on their bark. Yet even this explanation adds another layer to the tree's mysterious nature. These fungi species appear to grow exclusively on blood trees, creating a unique symbiotic relationship we're only beginning to understand. Climate change and habitat destruction have made the blood tree increasingly rare. Many of the groves documented by early explorers no longer exist, and others are showing signs of stress from changing rainfall patterns. Conservation efforts are now underway to protect these living links to Australia's ancient past. Recent genetic studies have revealed another puzzle. The blood tree appears to have no close living relatives in Australia's native flora. Its DNA suggests an ancient lineage that may have originated elsewhere, raising questions about how it came to be isolated on the Australian continent. For Aboriginal communities, the protection of remaining blood tree groves is about more than conservation. It's about preserving living cultural heritage. Many traditional ceremonies still incorporate the tree's sap, though now used sparingly to ensure sustainable harvesting. As day turns to dusk in the Australian wilderness, the blood trees stand as silent guardians of their secrets. Their red sap continues to flow, their ancient branches reach toward the sky, and their mysteries continue to captivate those who study them. Perhaps the greatest mystery of all is whether these remarkable trees will survive to share their secrets with future generations. As climate change threatens their habitat and development encroaches on their territory, the race is on to understand and preserve these living legends before they disappear forever. In the end, the blood tree remains one of Australia's most enigmatic natural wonders, a living link between ancient mythology and modern science, between traditional knowledge and contemporary discovery. Its red sap continues to flow, carrying with it stories as old as the continent itself, waiting for future generations to unravel its remaining mysteries. Some say that on very quiet nights, if you listen carefully near a blood tree grove, you can hear the soft dripping of sap, nature's own heartbeat, marking time in drops of liquid crimson, keeping alive the mysteries that have captivated humans for thousands of years.